Greetings, Warlord.
Greetings indeed. Hi, and welcome back to, well, my channel, my videos and stuff. As you might have guessed, unless you're a complete moron, this is Warlords 2 Deluxe. I figured it would make sense to continue with the sequel to the game I did the first time around. In this case, the Warlords series of DOS games, which I happen to be, well, quite fond of. Well, not the entire series, it goes on, it has a third game at least, and a fourth I think, but I haven't played those because, well, I've just had enough fun with the first two, I suppose. I didn't really care much. They're also quite a different style. I think they're trying to transition into a 3D. And yeah, I kind of like the classic better. Nevertheless, let's get right into it. I suppose the best thing is to just start the game. Now, I'd like to point out that this is the deluxe version, obviously, but and the reason why I have this is that the original, just Warlords 2, is well, it's a new game from the first one. But it's not a particularly big upgrade. This is mostly for those of you who would actually like to try out the games. The game series, what I can say is you should definitely get the Warlords 2 Deluxe version. Definitely. You don't have to play the first game because it's kind of it's not that great. It's pretty good. I really like it, but it's not amazing because it's really kind of clunky controls, and the game can be a bit obtuse at times, as you don't really get all the information you really need, especially if you don't have the manual. There's a lot of hidden information. It can be kind of annoying to start playing it, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. After all, why else would I make a Warlords Let's Play series out of this? It's a good game, but you don't definitely need it. Its playability is also a little replayability, at least. It's kind of limited since there's only one level, so one map. Whereas Warlords 2, the original, not this version, there's 4 or 5, I think. I'm pretty sure there's 5. And well, it brings a lot of new to the series, but it doesn't bring too much. For instance, the graphics haven't been updated all that much, and while the gameplay is significantly improved, it's mostly that. More maps, better gameplay, more in-depth gameplay, more options, all that good stuff. But the deluxe version is an upgrade over that. It has better graphics, it has a lot more maps. Not just 5, it has, I don't know, 30 something. Now, do mind that we can take a look here with the scenarios. There's a ton of them. A freaking fuck ton. But a lot of them really stinks. They really stink. So you don't get that much more. But you do get something cool, and that is you get new army sets as well to make the game's replayability greater. You don't just have the same armies, the same units, the same monsters, the same map layout. You can actually have different kinds of stuff. There's, for example, I think Altair here. This map is Rebellion on Distant Planet. It's a sci-fi universe. It's pretty cool. It's not more, and it's one of the, if I recall correctly, one of the better army sets. Some of them are really goddamn awful and make for some really boring maps. But whatever. It means that there's a lot more replayability, a lot more variety in the game than in even the original Warlords 2 game. So I can definitely recommend Warlords 2 Deluxe. Better graphics, more maps, more army types, which is especially cool because you can use these different army types in the random map scenario. Random map generator is kind of useful, but when you just want something, you don't want play the same maps over and over again, but just take a random map and use whatever things you can combine different things. The army sets can be combined with not other army sets, but different visuals. You know, for the castles and the coat of arms and that stuff, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a good game. If you want to try out Warlords, I recommend you. Don't have to, but I recommend Warlords 2 Deluxe. Just get that, and then you can try out the other things. You don't have to if you don't care for all these new stuff, but just watch the regular. So you can get the Warlords 2 regular version. There's some slight differences between that and the deluxe version. They rebalanced some units, but they aren't really more fair. For instance, never mind. I'll talk about it when we get into the game. Let's just play. Oh yeah, and another thing I like really is the greetings, as you saw. Greetings, Warlord. Starts out every time you start a game. I really like that. It gives a good flavor, as well as these quotes at the bottom of the screen right here. War is nothing but a duel on an extensive scale. Karl von Clausewitz. You know, that's all kinds of quotes from different generals or other authorities on waging warfare. It's pretty cool. Gives the game really nice flavor. I like it. I really like that. Now let's just get a scenario. We can take, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna take the Erythia campaign. It's one of the Warlords 2 maps. One of those that appear, you know. So it'll be the same no matter what version you have. I think it's a map that's divided into 3 really big islands. I don't think I want to play this. With 2 of them have 3 armies, well, 3 players starting on them, and 1 have only 2. Yeah, but the one with only 2 are kind of limited on its own, so. Yeah, who are we gonna play as? Every player has, just like in the original Warlords 1 map, there's good or bad about every startup place, every starting position for each player, which is always the same in every one of the pre-rendered maps. Let's see, the Syrians, I think they're kind of, well, no, they're not really that isolated. But they kind of start out. Everyone is a little bit isolated from each other, but they're starting with the Oceans, the Dark Elves, I think the Horse Tribes, and they have a good part, but the Dark Elves are definitely cut off from all the others because they have mountains and forests to protect them. Well, it gives them kind of a slow and steady start, whereas the Syrians and the Horse Tribes will have to kinda don't have to contend that much with you. I kinda have to get going really quickly. I think I want to take the Assyrian Orcs. They start with yellow, I think, on the bottom of the map. It's the island with only 2 factions on it, but it doesn't have as many cities as the other islands. As well as, I'm actually pretty sure that the Assyrian Orcs have one of the more difficult starting places. Because I'm quite certain that the Stone Giants, the cities occupy right next to the Stone Giant starting city, are much better than the Orcs. The Orcs are kind of have to play really aggressively to get the better of the Stone Giants. And you want to do that. You want to conquer your island before you take on all the other players. So I think I'm gonna take one of the harder ones by beating the Assyrian Orcs. I don't know if it's the hardest one. And if you want an easy time, just the good bet is always to take the white dwarfs. Well, the orange player. The orange players always have some of the best cities and positions in most of the maps. So that's really weird. Well, at very least the maps with the Erythia army set, which is the one I'm using right here. Well, let's just get right into it.
Let the war begin.
I really like that guy. Let the war begin. Yeah, I'm right here. Oh, maybe I should mention that the settings we have the 8 players here, and the turn order, and it's random. It's random turn order, so every cycle, every time every player has had its turn, the order is renewed. Otherwise, the white ones always they're taking the order they appeared on this select faction screen, and it's also the hardest difficulty, as you might have noticed. Nevertheless, let's get on with it. I'm the Assyrian Orcs, and I'm starting down here on the map with the yellow one being here. These 2 cities are. I'm a little more surrounded by cities, but so I'm a little closer to them. But his cities are much better, and he can just expand outwards here if he wants to, which I can't really do until I'm best yellow skull in. Now let's just go. I'm gonna go with my usual name because it's so badass. Let's see. This is our capital. Wow, we can make sucky Orcish mobs. Usually they're strength 2, so we can make. Oh, only 1 turn. This is amazing. Wolf Riders, they have the same stats as Wolf Riders, but usually they take 2 turns to rule. So, and we have standard catapults and awful bats. They take twice as long as usual. Okay, we're just gonna make Wolf Riders every single turn because. Strength 4 guy every turn. Well, there's a unit that does that, but it has like half the movement, as you can see here. So this is amazing. And you'll also notice that pretty much every information to these units is available right here, unlike the first Warlords. And that's very nice. You get everything explained rather easily. And if you don't understand the symbols, you can just look it up. Up here, there's the view option. With giant maps, we see this is how the armies are. Time 2, it takes 2 turns. Which one? The cost is kind of misleading because just like in the original Warlords, your troops, when you produce them, are free. The cost indicates their upkeep, which they cost every turn. Apart from the first. Troops that die in the turn they're created are free. Every time they have an upkeep cost of half the cost of the spell here. It's really weird. It's half, it's not even a number that stands there. I don't remember if it's rounded up or down, but whatever. Strength which is between 1 to 9, where 1 is complete and utter rubbish, and 9 is BAM! It's the bomb. And move, which is, well, 28 is hella fast, but... And then there's the moving type, right next to move there's the type of move it has. In this case it's wings, so it flies, which means it ignores terrain penalties everywhere, and it can move over sea and all that, but flying is great. 28 movement parts is magnificent. Here you can see the same. Strength 1, normal. Here, this shows that he's very good at... Oh, god, the music. Maybe I should turn the music down or something. That's better. Yeah, that's better. There's a picture of some hills and some forest, which indicates that he doesn't suffer movement penalties when walking through hills and forest, and that's actually very useful because he confers that to his stack, his group. But seeing as the Warlords do the exact same thing and have the exact same speed, but it's 4 times as strong, I'm gonna go with that. Sure, it costs twice as much, but 4 times as strong, what's love? We're gonna make that. That's amazing. What do we start off with? Yeah. What's this here? Catapults. Catapults are nice. They ignore the defense bonus the cities provide, so which is also why they are really they take a really long time to lose 3 turns for a strength 4 unit, and they're really expensive, but that's because they cancel the city bonus, which is kind of important, actually really important, especially later in the game, and it's just useful in the game. Now, let's get a map overview. Here we have our close contender. His capital can produce elementals, which are really strong, swing of fate, bam, and griffins, which are without a doubt the best unit in the entire game. It's kind of lame because they do the exact same thing as they did in the original Warlords 2 game, where they weren't amazing. There it was spiders, which does the exact same thing as griffins, except they are they're a little weaker and slower, but they're cheaper and they were faster to produce in the original Warlords 2. In the original Warlords 2 they were amazing. They were just mass producing these, and you could kill everything if you just had the patience to let them get to where they need to be. And then they rebalanced the game, and suddenly they didn't change the spiders or the griffins really. They just make the griffins produce only one turn faster, which meant they were just as easy to mass produce as the spiders, but they were faster, they were flying, and they were slightly stronger. But so spiders are too amazing, so you make something else that's really good even more amazing. Kind of weird balance, but whatever. It's just the way it is. If you can't just mass produce griffins, when you get enough resources, you can make every building produce these. Oh my god. Griffins that are produced every turn. I have to kill the yellow as fast as possible. If he takes this city right away, I'm screwed. Oh god. And I thought my strength 4 guy in turn was amazing. It's fine. Let's look at the cities. I have to get some cities. These around. Standards. Here we can really good. Everything here is standard as well. I'm just checking to see if there are any more. Because every unit has their specific stats. They cost a certain amount pretty much every time. And they have the same strength and speed. You know, and production time, but every once in a while it's mixed up in different cities. As you can see here, griffins are usually they have strength 6, 2 turns to produce, movement 24, cost 15, flying. That's the standard. And then you can look at here, it's the same stuff, but it's produced 1 turn faster, which is one of the better ones. They aren't. All variations aren't positive. Sometimes you run into units that are slower, or take more time to produce for no bonus whatsoever. It just kind of mixes it up. Oh, here's another griffin producing town. He can have 3 of those relatively early. That's so stupidly good. The only problem is that unless he starts off with a strong creature himself, his hero might not be able to take the cities early, but he does. He starts out with an elemental. They can easily run. So alright, here we have a pretty good town, nothing exceptional. Music skipped a little. You see, here's Warlords that take 3 turns to produce. No bonus. That sucks. This town is important for me. Okay, it seems apart from my own city and that one, there's nothing really amazing. This is a very good town to get, so it's just that one. Giants are good. Giants and heavy cavalry are good. I wanna get those. This is for later. Ooh, unicorns. Unicorns are really powerful. Pretty standard stuff. Standard stuff, yeah. Okay, we got a lot of ruins around. We're gonna get up to those. We're gonna take this city first. Yeah. And we have a ruin that way. So yeah. Our plan is simple. Get up there. And that's pretty much all I can do at this point in the game, so I'm just gonna save. Let's go LP War 2. And once the game is saved, then we can get on with it. All the other computers take their turn and we'll see what happens. Got a good city, he got a griffin producing city. And well, that's kind of the thing. Orange is always around cities that produce griffins. It's kind of unfair. Ambrosius, you taught the gods. Okay, he went that way. That's wow. He's moving really fast. That's odd, because elementals are usually really slow. To offset the fact that they're pretty strong and easy to produce, quickly to produce. 3 turns for a strength 8 guy is pretty good. Okay, that way. Well, we're gonna log in that yellow, then Storm Giants, I think they're called, didn't go for straight for the Super City. Well, we are first again. Let's get it on. Okay, we get our wolf, our wolfie. We wanted to help us out, or to try and get other cities. I think we need to be as aggressive as possible. So go finish another city. We're just gonna get this. Let's hope for the best. A unit of giant worms offer to join Lord Fleshheart. Apparently just giant worms are hanging around Stonehenge ruins and offer their services. I don't know. Don't ask. I'm just glad to have them because it makes our city conquering plans much easier. Bam! Wow, we actually lost something that's kinda sucky. But nevertheless, we're gonna get some giants to help us out here. I really want that city, so we're gonna continue that way, but we have to get around the lake anyway, so we're going north and seeing that one as well. Decent. Not happy about losing our catapults already. I should probably have changed the armor price, because you can do that. You can change the fight order of your units, and giant worms are placed relatively far behind, which is weird because they aren't all that great. They're strong. They're like elementals with -1 strength, but they're really slow. So I'll just place them right here. Oh yeah, bats. Oh, come on. Bats suck. Bats suck. I'm just gonna put them all the way down here. Yeah, that's where they belong. Which is kind of nice, because you can even do it. You can just change it around whenever you feel like it. It's very nice. So if there's an enemy you know you're going up against that are good against a certain unit type, you can always switch around the order to make your other units deal with it first. Well, whatever. You saw what I did. I changed the priority of who gets to fight first, and that's no more to it. Let's see how they do now. The kingdoms is going around alone for some odd reason. What did his town produce? And he hasn't even lost his elemental yet. Whoa, he's okay. That's kind of odd, because usually the giants, I think, are better off pressuring the Usurinox, aka us, early game, because we have to go towards him. We have to try and bash him. So if he goes towards us as well by taking the disease, he can sort of make a stand. Oh, it's another turn again already. Yeah, just. But he's going up to take cities there, which actually leaves. Well, it makes it very easy for us to conquer this island. Seeing as his hero is no longer, and a very powerful hero, is no longer here to support, which leaves us with an opportunity to grab everything in sight. Like, did those orcs only have movement 14? Yeah. Once again, some variation, but this is in a pretty bad way. Let's go to a temple and get blessed. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a chance that this one will defeat it. Kind of a 50-50 shot, but if it works, I'm pretty far ahead, and if it doesn't, well, I can try again next turn. Okay, yeah, we need more. We need more Wolf Riders. We need to take over as many cities as quickly as possible. Yes, and I'm ignoring that one I just passed because I want to get to this one as soon as possible. Alright. 2 users. Wow, we're just getting 3 armies out of nowhere. Which just makes this this whole trying to be aggressive thing much easier. I really am surprised by this. Oh yeah. Let's desilage the worm. items, because... Oh yeah, and my hero apparently, because the elementals can take the city right away. Yeah, I want more Wolf Riders, they're just stronger. Because just like in the original Warlords, this game is about quality over quantity. Okay. Considering, but not as much as the first one. The first one actually had this strange phenomenon where an extra strength or two meant that you could basically slaughter your way through entire armies of weak troops. You can't do that here as well. The entire combat system has been reworked a bit, so quality is still better than quantity for the most part, but quantity works better compared to Warlords 1. If you've seen me play that game, you might recall having some suicidal squads, you know, just masses of infantry running into something stronger than them, and they just died in droves. It works better now. You can actually there's some kind of, I don't know, the combat calculator has some kind of damage system, which means that the more a strong unit fights a lot of weak ones, the less the chance is for it to be victorious against the next weak enemy in the stack. Bad explanation. The more units that have to fight, the less the chance it is successfully gonna come out alive. It's gonna come out alive. If I send 8 light infantry, which is strength 3, against the strength 8 elemental, in the original Warlords, it would probably kill all the light infantry, but it's not gonna do that very often in Warlords 2. Instead, it's probably gonna kill 5 or 6, and then it will die. Usually, as always, it's a random number generator of sorts that calculates the combats. So there's no guarantees for anything. I'm just saying that mass producing small units, weak units, is not a bad idea. It's better in this game and in the first. I'm just gonna send the turn to the computer while I talk a little more. Of course, this means that, well, in the original game, it's still a good idea to mass produce these troops, small kind of troops, in case they did something useful. Okay, the Dark Elves are being really oddly aggressive, going for towns far away from its capital. I suppose it's not a bad idea, but it's also a little bit weird that it isn't just trying to consolidate to grab all the towns it's guaranteed to get. Consolidate its position, because it's actually some pretty good towns. Most of the towns produce spiders, which are not as amazing as they were in the regular Warlords 2 version, but still kind of strong. No, this one was talking about mass producing units. It's a much better idea than it is in the original Warlords, where you kind of had to, because some of the strong units just took ages to train. They don't do that here to compensate for that. The strong units are much faster, much more quickly produced, which actually gives the game a nice balance. You kind of want quality, but you don't have to. go for it. If you don't get the quality towns, there's nothing wrong with just sending in legions of weaker soldiers to deal with strong ones. It's actually it's a tactic that works. Unlike in the original Warlords game, where if those weak troops weren't accompanied by a hero, they couldn't really accomplish anything. Certainly not take any towns from anyone. But they can't do that here. You just have to be prepared. And for the eventuality that you lose way too many troops. But as long as you can keep losing them, you shouldn't be too worried.
The expectation of a coming battle.
Apparently he says that because he thinks I'm gonna get into a fight soon. Which isn't wrong. I'm just gonna move up here and see if I can... I can't get another lucky shot, but... this is the crime city, I don't think I'm just gonna go up here then. Try and get some more good stuff. I'm gonna send this one up to help. And this one is kind of stupid going that way. Go up to help that. Okay, giant, we kind of want him to. What is this city anyway? Wow, this city can actually produce giants, but it's protected by the weakest troop in the game. That should be a piece of cake. That's a very good town. I should be able to take. And of course, I did. Oh man, that's so lame. Strength 1 guy killing my strength 5 guy. Oh, that's ridiculous. Kind of funny. Really kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna try and take this. He's strength. Well, the city provides a +1 defense bonus. Well, I know it says 2, but when the city is neutral, it only provides half of what it says. Defense is the city's defense bonus based on the production facilities. If it has 1 to 2, it has a defense bonus 1, and if it has 3 to 4, it has a defense bonus 2. If it can't produce anything, it doesn't provide defense bonus. So this heavy cavalry is strength 6, effectively, and giant wings are strength 7, and they provide 1 bonus to their stack, which means it's strength 8. It should have a high probability of taking it, so. And of course it doesn't, because fuck me. Ah, that stinks. But I still got my elementals, which means that I'm still in pretty good shape to take this amazable city next turn. So yeah, that was all my actions, it seems. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna send the turn on, and then after this, I'm gonna stop this video because it's already gone on for a little long. But that's just how it is when I ramble about a game I like. At least we get the turn really quickly, so maybe I can take this turn as well and finish after it instead of. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this turn and then I'm gonna cut off the video. I'm gonna call it a day, so to speak. So we are here at turn 5 already. Those turns go kind of quickly. And we get another wolf. And this one, yeah. I'm not gonna get beaten by some stupid, unrealistic luck again. I'm gonna take this city. Yeah, random number generators, everyone. They can screw with you. Really, it killed both? Yeah, whatever. It has a defense bonus, it's entitled to be a little strong. Oh yeah, it's the Crab Wolf City. Let's just get some Orcish mobs. They're pretty good too. They're only strength 2, but they have +2 strength in the open, which is a really good ability. I'm gonna take that because he's still only strength 1 guy defending it. It's ridiculous that they didn't make it in the first try. Yeah. Just putting everything up here. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get it already. Because it's... He actually has 1 more strength than me. Well, if I can be beaten by low strength units, I can also beat them, so... Ta-da! The battle not favoring me? I won. Go figure. Well, Warlords. Yeah, the other guys here are really good. Well, Orcish mobs are still good, I like them. But I'd rather have something that there's strength 4 in the open, because they are just as strong as Wolf Riders, but so they're really good, but you kind of don't want to use them to take over cities. They're very good at siege battle, but they're pretty much good at everything else. I'm just gonna save those, and no, I'm gonna wait for backup before I take this one. It's the most important one. Da, 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 da. Charge! It's a fair trade. If a bit on. Well, because now I got Griffins every turn, which is amazing. It's amazeballs. Mamma mia! I cannot believe you didn't take the siege. Oh god, it's racist. I'm being a jackass. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now is leave the elemental. I'm gonna leave the elemental right here, and then I'm just gonna check. Nah, I can always do that. I'm gonna go down and take a quest, because that's really nice. Quests are good. They can give you all sorts of nice things. And you're just gonna stay there, and that's it. This is turn 5. I'm gonna save the game right there. And then I'm gonna say, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you wanna follow me, play this game from start to finish. Start has already begun. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Warlords 2 Deluxe is an awesome game. I'm gonna continue playing, and I hope you will keep on watching. See you around, guys.